Hello students, how are you all? Today we are going to discuss in your physics textbook lesson number 2 motion in one dimension. From that lesson unit 1. Here there are given some definitions related to the motion of a body. Then the first definition, rest. What is rest? When a body does not change its position with respect to its surroundings, the body is said to be at rest. When a body does not change its position with respect to its surroundings, then the body is said to be in the rest. Example, a chair lying on a room is in the state of rest because it does not change its position with respect to the surroundings of the room. Motion. When a body changes its position with respect to its surroundings, change its position with respect to its surroundings is said to be in the motion. Example, a car changing its position with respect to trees, houses, etc. is in the state of motion. Rest and motion are relative terms. How is it possible? Seemingly, rest and motion are opposed to each other. That means, when the body is in rest, that means it is not in the motion. When a body is in the motion, that means it does not in the rest. But sometimes it is difficulty to decide whether the body is in rest or in the motion. Example, a person sitting in the compartment of a moving train is in the state of rest. A person sitting in the compartment of a moving train, but with respect to the compartment, the person is in rest, but with respect to the train, the person is in the motion. So, this why these situations, it is difficulty to conclude whether the body is in the rest or in the motion. Scalar and vector quantities. What is a scalar quantity? The physical quantities which are expressed in magnitude only. Only the measurement will be expressed. That quantities are called scalar quantities. Example, mass, length, time, area, volume, density and energy, power, temperature, current, etc. are scalar quantity. For this, there is no particular direction. That's why if there is no direction, those quantities are called scalar quantities. What is vector quantity? The physical quantity which are expressed in magnitude as well as direction. Magnitude as well as direction is called vector quantity. Examples of vector quantity: displacement, velocity, acceleration, retardation, momentum, impulse, force or some examples of vectors. So, when these quantities are expressed, that time even magnitude, that means measurement, and also direction will be expressed. That's why these quantities are called vector quantities. Representation of vector quantity. How to represent a vector quantity? The vector quantity can be represented by a arrow ahead. The length of an arrow represents the magnitude of the vector quantity. The arrowhead represents the direction of the vector quantity. For example, AB bar. But that means the length of A from A to B in the direction of A starts to A up to B. So, like this will be represents vector quantities. Now we will see the common terms related to the moving bodies. The first definition, distance. The length of the path travelled by a body in a certain interval of time is called distance. Distance is a scalar quantity. For example, the initial position is A of an object and the final position of the object is B. And the path is, this is the path travelled by the object or distance covered by the object. So, the path length of the is called distance. The path length of the object is called distance. Distance is scalar quantity. There is no direction here. Only the length of the path will be measured. That's why this is a scalar quantity. Units of distance. Length units we know that in CGS system, centimeter, and in SI system, meters. And the distance is represented by the capital letter S. Now displacement. The shortest distance between the initial position and the final position of a body is called displacement. Now the initial position is A and the final position is B. Then the displacement means the shortest distance between them. So the line you have to draw between the position A and to position B, and the shortest distance, whether the real path or it's not, but we have to take the shortest distance between A and B, that is called displacement. Then if you consider the CGS and the SI units, again we will get displacement units also same. CGS units are centimeter and SI units are meters. Now speed. What is the speed? Rate of change of motion is called speed. Rate of change of motion is called speed. Or distance covered by a moving body per unit time is called speed. For example, a body is moving with here 6 kilometers traveled within 30 minutes. Then this we can express in 6 km per 30 minutes. This is the speed of the object. So the speed of the object is nothing but the ratio or the comparison of distance covered per unit time is called its speed. Thus, if S is the distance covered by a body in time t, then speed formula S is equal to distance by time, that is S by t. Speed is equal to distance by time, that is S. Speed is equal to S by t. Then what about the units? Every quantity in physics you have to, after discussion about the definition, we have to discuss about its units. Then like that, units of speed. Then the formula for speed S by t. S is speed, distance, and t is time. Then we know that distance is measured in CGS system, centimeter, and in SI system, meter. Time in both the units, CGS system or SI system, it is second. Then CGS system, its unit is centimeter per second. In SI system, its unit is meter per second. SI system, meter per second. CGS system, centimeter per second or centimeter second per minus 1. Then what is uniform speed? If a body covers equal distances in equal intervals of time, it is said to be moving with uniform speed. For example, a body is moving here 1 hour 50 meters. Then next hour again 50 meters. Again next hour again it is moving 50 meters. Equal intervals of time, equal distance if it is covered. Within equal intervals of time, equal distances covered, then the body is said to be moving with uniform speed. When equal intervals of time, equal distances covered by an object, it is said to be moving with a uniform speed. Example, a rotating fan and a rocket moving in space, etc. have uniform speeds. Now variable speed. Just reverse. Within equal intervals of time, if it is changes, for example, first hour 20 meters covered and next hour 40 meters covered and then after again 30 meters covered. Equal intervals of time, different distances covered, that is called non-uniform speed or variable speed. Non-uniform or variable we can say. If a body covers unequal distances in equal intervals of time, it is said to be moving with a variable velocity or variable speed. Example, a train starting from a station, a dog chasing a cat, etc. have variable speeds. Now average speed. Then when a body is moving with variable speed, then we have to find out the object's average speed. How shall we get the average speed? For example, in this first hour 20 meters and second hour 40 meters and third hour 30 meters. Then the total distance covered by the total duration of time. Total distance covered by total time taken. Here total distance first hour 20 plus 40 plus 30. Together it becomes 90. 90 per 3. 90 by 3 is equal to its average speed. Then average speed is equal to total distance travelled by total time taken. Now the new term instantaneous speed. What is instantaneous? Instantaneous means ready-made. The word we can use ready-made. If the speed of a body is continuously changing with time, then the speed at that particular instant during the motion is called instantaneous time speed. That means here the body is moving with different speeds. Here different speeds it is moving. For example, 1 hour, 20 meters, 1 hour, 40 meters and another hour, 30 minutes. Then over average speed we got 90 by 3 we got. That means average speed is equal to 30 meters. Then by using this average speed of the object a particular time. For example, this is the distance travelled by the vehicle. For example, this is 0 hour, this is 5 hours, this is 10 hours like that. Now I need the time. What is the average? What is that instantaneous speed? That is at 9th hour. What is its speed? If you want to know that, that is called a particular time the object's speed. At particular time the object's speed is defined as the instantaneous speed. At particular time that speed of the object is called instantaneous speed. Then if the speed of a body continuously changing with time, then the speed at some particular instant means at particular time during the motion is called instantaneous speed. For example, speedometer of a moving automobile measures instantaneous speed. So in every automobile, that means scooter or any car, there will be one speedometer. It shows always instantaneous speed. On that particular time, what is its speed is called instantaneous speed. Velocity. The rate of change of motion in a specified direction. Remember, here velocity is nothing but speed. But what is difference for speed and velocity? Speed is here no consider a direction, but here velocity, the expression of speed with direction. The expressions of speed with direction is called velocity. That's why the rate of change of motion, that is nothing but speed, in a specified direction is called velocity. Then this velocity is a vector quantity and units of velocity is the units of velocity same as the units for the speed. Then what are the units for speed? Speed units are meter per second or centimeter per second. Like that, velocity units also in CGS system centimeter per second and SI system meter per second. Then uniform velocity. When a body, so uniform velocity also nothing but the same formula as the uniform speed. But here we have to express with the direction. When a body covers equal distances in equal intervals of time, maybe the time interval, however small time interval, in a specified direction, the body is said to be moving with uniform velocity. When a body covers equal distances in equal intervals of time, in a specified direction is said to be the body moving with uniform velocity. Same again variable velocity. When a body covers unequal distances in equal intervals of time, unequal distances in equal intervals of time in a specified direction is said to be variable velocity. When the velocity becomes variable, variable means when the velocity changes. When the magnitude changes, the will get variable velocity, and the direction changes, will get variable velocity. Then average velocity. When the body is moving with variable velocity, we have to find out average velocity. Again, the ratio of the total distance travelled in a specified direction to the total time taken. So same here, average velocity. Again, we'll get total distance travelled by a specified direction by total time taken. Total distance travelled in a specified direction by total time taken is called average velocity. If is it possible to have a moving body with a average velocity 0, but it is average speed does not 0. Acceleration. In general, the moving bodies do not have uniform velocity. In general, the bodies do not have uniform velocity. Then, sometimes the velocity will be changes. Example, a cyclist moving through a busy street does not have a uniform velocity. The velocity of cyclist may change in magnitude or direction or both. So, sometimes he will go faster and sometimes he will go slow. That time, sometimes he will go straight path and sometimes he takes turn. That's why here it is not possible to go in a straight path and it is not going to maintain same speed. That's why every body in general, it is not possible to go with uniform velocity. That means every body most probably accelerated body. That's why acceleration means the rate of change of velocity of a body is called acceleration. The rate of change of velocity is called acceleration. And the body is said to be accelerated body. What is positive? These accelerations are two types, positive acceleration and negative acceleration. If the velocity of a body is increasing with respect to time. So, for example, first hour 20 meters per second and second hour 30 meter per second and third hour 40 meter per second. Like that every hour 10 meters, 10 meters, 10 meters like that increasing. Then the body is said to be positive accelerated body and the acceleration is said to be positive. Then like that, suppose before going to stop a bike, we know that how will we reduce the speed. Suppose the bike is going or car is going with 100 km per hour speed. Then to come into the rest, we will slowly reduce the speed. That means maybe 50 km per hour and then 80 km per hour, 60 km per hour. So like that, if you reduce the speed of the car, that is called negative acceleration. Otherwise, this is called as deceleration or retardation. That means if the velocity of body is decreasing with the respect to time, every hour decreasing 20, then the way of decreasing is called deceleration or retardation. Unit of acceleration. Then what is the units? This is the definition and the units. Units of acceleration is equal to displacement by time square. How is it? So then the formula for acceleration is equal to rate of change of velocity. That means velocity by time. Velocity units are meter per second and time units are by second. Then it becomes meter per second square. This is SI unit. Then if you write CGS units, centimeter per second square. So these are the units of acceleration. Then uniform acceleration. When the decreasing or increasing in a particular intervals, for every hour a particular quantity if you increase or reduce, then that is called uniform acceleration. When a body describes equal changes in velocity in equal intervals of time. Just before I told either increasing or decreasing at a particular rate if you increases or at a particular rate if it is decreases, then that is called uniform acceleration. When the speed is increasing or decreasing, if it is happened in a particular time period or time intervals, that is called uniform acceleration. Then acceleration due to gravity. The acceleration of a freely falling body under the action of gravity of the earth is called acceleration due to gravity. The value of acceleration due to gravity is constant at a given place. A given particular place, the acceleration due to gravity is constant. However, its value changes from place to place. So, at poles there is one acceleration due to gravity and equator, there will be the another acceleration due to gravity. So that's why acceleration due to gravity at particular place it is constant, but if you change the place, the acceleration due to gravity will be changes. So here magnitude of acceleration due to gravity. What is the value of acceleration due to gravity? The average value of acceleration due to gravity is taken 9.8 meter per second square. Then if it is in SI system, the 9.8 meter per second square. If you express this is in CGS system, 980 centimeter per second square. Then the value of G is plus 9.8 meter per second square if a body falls towards Earth, and minus 9.8 meter per second square if the body is raises vertically upward. For example, body is from Earth surface to going upwards, then minus 9.8 meter per second square. If body is coming towards the Earth, then the acceleration due to gravity is 9.8 meter per second square. That means when it is going upward from the Earth surface, that is negative G, and when it is coming towards the Earth surface, that is considered as the positive G. Thank you children. Have a nice day.